He shows perfect push-ups through 5 locks, anatomy-backed cues, and a 7-day reset that builds safer strength with consistent results. The camera finds a calm setup. The coach states the goal: clean, strong push-ups without neck or back for pain. He presents a 5-part path: head, elbows, spine, scapula, path. Each lock stacks. Each cue earns safe force. The baseline comes first. Side and top angles record 10 slow reps, 2 seconds down, 1 second up. Depth and reaches a fist from the floor. Elbows reach full extension without snapping. The setup follows in tight steps. Hands sit at shoulder width or a touch wider. Index fingers face forward. The palm spreads. The floor is gripped with active fingers. The forearm stays vertical over the wrist. Wrists stack under shoulders. Feet hold hip width. He full sets tension. Glutes squeeze light. Abdomen braces with a short breath through the nose. Eyes fix on a point, ahead of the hands. The neck follows the spine. He adds anatomy cues. Cervical spine neutral. Ribcage stacked over the pelvis. Shoulder blades glide on the ribcage. The line runs head to heels. He adds 2 quick checks. If depth or control fails, the surface rises. Hands move to a bench, box, or wall. If tension fades, a tall plank holds 20 to 30 seconds. The line must not bend. He marks standards. No hip dip. No rib flare. No elbow wobble. The camera shows both angles again. Tempo holds. Breath matches the move. He previews the first lock. Head and gaze decide the chain. A long neck and steady eyes calm the traps. Shoulders track clean. The coach cues a small chin tuck. The crown reaches forward. The body hovers at top. The line is set. Movement begins next. He holds the top. The line stays long. The camera tightens on the head and neck. He sets the rule. Eyes stay on a spot 1 foot ahead of the hands. Chin tucks a touch. Crown reaches forward. Back of the neck lengthens. No creasing. No lift. No drop. He cues the breath. Inhale through the nose as the body descends. Exhale through the sticking point on the way up. Breath stays quiet and steady. Jaw relaxed. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. He explains neutral neck reduces trap overactivity. Shoulders center in the sockets. Ribcage stacks over the pelvis. Core can brace without leak. He gives a field test. A light dowel rests on the head, mid-back, and sacrum. 3 points must stay in contact for 3 slow reps. If the head loses contact, the neck craned. He fixes it with the tuck cue and the forward reach. He adds a second test. Film a side view for 5 reps. Pause at the bottom. A straight line from ear to shoulder to hip. Must hold. If the ear sits ahead of the shoulder, the gaze drifted. Reset the spot on the floor. And repeat. He drills correction. Prone chin tucks, 5 slow reps with a 5-count hold. Tall plank neck holds 20 seconds while keeping the tuck and forward reach. He adds a comfort option. A folded towel under the hands raises the floor slightly and eases wrist strain while the neck cue locks in. He marks standards. No neck veins popped, no shrug, no forehead lines. The face stays calm, the line stays true. He previews the next lock. Elbow angle and shoulder rotation decide stress. The body will form an arrow, not a T. The hands will screw in to set the shoulders. He shifts focus to elbows and shoulders. The top view comes in. The body must draw an arrow, not a T. Upper arms angle back at 45 degrees to the torso. Hands press the floor, then screw in slightly. The biceps turn forward. The shoulder pits face him a touch ahead. This sets external rotation and space in the joint. He cues a slow descent for 3
counts. Elbows track back and slightly in. Forearms stay near vertical over wrists. No collapse. No flare. At
mid-range, he pauses 1 count. He checks the line from above again. Arrow holds. Chest points between the hands. We're not behind them. He shows the X-ray view. The humeral head stays centered in the socket. Rotator cuff fibers tighten to hold position. The anterior capsule avoids pinch. Scapulae anchor with light depression, not jammed. Mid-back holds gentle tension. Ribs stay down. The neck remains long from part 2. He gives 2 field tests. First, chalk dots on elbows and wrists. Film 5 reps from above. The elbow dots should travel back along a shallow line, not out to the sides. Second, place a loop band around the forearms, above the elbows. Press lightly out to keep tension while descending. If the band slackens, elbows drifted. Reset the screw in cue and widen hands a touch if needed. He adds drills. Eccentric push-ups to a 3 count. Pause 1, rise on as 1. Do 5 clean reps. Then kneeling arrow holds. Top position, elbows rotated forward, shoulders set. Hold 20 seconds. He adds a comfort option. Neutral grip handles reduce wrist strain and support forearm verticality. He sets safety. No sharp pain at the front of the shoulder. If pain appears, raise the hands and test again. Keep the arrow. Keep the rotation. He previews the next lock. The spine and pelvis must hold a long, level line under load. He locks the spine and pelvis. The line must stay long and level. He sets the brace in steps. Short sniff of air in. Ribs draw down. Abdomen tight as if preparing for a light jab. Belt line level. Glutes squeeze at 30 to 40%. Not a max grip. Enough to hold the pelvis from tipping. He cues a full body move. Push the floor away while the body travels as one piece. No chest dive. No hip lead. He shows the X-ray view. Lumbar spine holds. Neutral. No sag. No excessive tuck. Obliques support the rib cage. Transverse abdominis wraps tension around the waist. Glutes steady the sacrum. Hip flexors slide without yanking the pelvis forward. The diaphragm descends with the inhale. The pelvic floor for sensors to keep pressure balanced. He gives 2 field tests. First, the dowel test returns. Dowel on head, mid and back, and sacrum. 3 points never lose contact through 3 slow reps. Second, the coin test. A coin rests on the low back. He performs 5 reps. If the coin slides, the spine moved. Reset the brace. And try again. He adds drills. Plank walkouts from the top position. Walk the hands a few inches. Forward while keeping the ribs down. Hold 3 breaths. Walk back. Repeat 3 times. Then plank to push-up transfers. 10 seconds of plank tension. 1 clean push-up. Repeat for 3 rounds. He offers regressions. Incline push-ups on a bench keep the line honest while load drops. Knee push-ups only if the body forms a straight line from head to knees. No bend at the hips. He sets safety. No low back pinching. No rib flare. If either appears, stop and elevate the hands. Retest the brace. He previews the next lock. The shoulder blades must glide with the rib cage. The path must guide force forward, not straight up and down. He shifts to shoulder blade motion and the path. The top position starts the lesson. Elbows straight. He reaches through the floor. Shoulder blades spread around the rib cage. Serratus fires. Neck stays long. Ribs stay down. He holds 1 breath at the top. The reach is clear but not a shrug. He descends with control. Blades draw slightly down and back to set the base. No pinning. No jam. Humerus tracks at 45 degrees. Forearms stay near vertical. Chest moves between the hands. The body stays one piece. He stops a fist from the floor, or to handle height if using bars. He pauses 1 count. To own the bottom. He drives up and slightly forward, like sliding the floor under the chest. Elbows extend fully. He reaches again to finish the rep. The top shows a clean protraction, with ribs quiet. He shows the X-ray view. Scapulae protract and upwardly rotate at the top. Cyan glow marks serratus along the ribs and lower traps near the shoulder blades. As he lowers, blades retract a touch and depress, then glide smoothly. Pec major contracts through the mid-range. Triceps finish the lockout. No anterior shoulder pinch. Space holds in the joint. He gives 2 field tests. First, scap push-ups for 8 reps. Elbows locked. Only the shoulder blades move. Top reach must widen the upper back. Second, wall slides facing the wall. Forearms on the wall. Slide up while keeping ribs down. Feel serratus engage. He adds options. Neutral handles. Ease wrists. Fists on a mat are fine. Elevate the hands if depth breaks or pain appears. Adhere a backpack only after all standards hold for 3 sets of 8. He sets the weekly plan. Day 1 to 3, incline focus with reach at the top. Day 4 to 5, floor tempo with pauses. Day 6, slow eccentrics. Day 7, test max clean reps. He owns clean push-ups. Keep the 5 locks, follow the plan, and watch steady strength and control rise.